This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Well, we always love getting this man on the show. I mean, God, when One Direction first came out, what are we talking?
9 years ago?
Close to 10 years ago. The boys came into our studio for the very first time. This man has got a brand new single out. It's called Stack It Up. You're about to hear it in a second. But Liam Payne, welcome back, mate.
How's it going?
Oh, very, very good, mate. Thank you very much for chatting to us. Greetings from Australia. Do you miss this place?
For sure, yeah. No, I've got very fond memories of Australia, but I hope to come back at some point. But it just seems to have been ages.
I know. Sarah actually just took Nicole Scherzinger up on the bridge climb, Liam, and took her over the bridge. She freaked out. It was a bit high for her.
Oh, I love the bridge climb. I've got such good memories. I mean, the jumpsuit's a bit excessive, but
yeah, it is.
Have you ever worn a jumpsuit? Have you had any fashion disasters over the years when you look back when you first started your career, Liam?
oh my God, I mean, definitely. Jesus. I've definitely had a lot of fashion disasters. I mean, where I'd go most wrong on the fashion sometimes, maybe dodgy haircuts.
Yes.
Always, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that crap stays with you forever because obviously the internet now, so you just can't really get away from it.
What were you in high school? What did you have tips in high school? What did you do with your hair, Liam?
Tips.
Did I have tits in high school?
No, tips.
You know where you blonde the very ends of your hair. Jeez Louise.
I can confirm I definitely didn't have tits in high school.
No, tips. T-I-P-S.
Tips with a P.
With a P.
T for people. No, I didn't. You know what? No, I didn't. I didn't have tips in high school. I had like the typical like Justin Bieber haircut. I feel.
Yes.
Kind of everybody goes through that stage, like long, like surfery, I don't care kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot of places to surf in Wolverhampton as many as there are in Australia. But yeah, that was my go-to for school.
Speaking of Biebs, you came out to defend him the other day. Do you reckon it's pretty courageous what he's done, isn't it, coming public with all of his struggles? Because, I mean, so many artists, and you would have seen this over the years, so many artists have to hide away the truth of what they're dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to come out with those kind of things online, I think. And from my perspective, I definitely don't condone any of the things that he did, because there was a moment where he was just being absolutely outrageous for some things. But, to come clean, admit to a lot of that sort of stuff, and then try and show where you're going, not rather than, where you've been sort of situation. I think it's good. And the thing for me was, I stick up for all kinds of causes and different things and whatever else. But the difference for us as a band was, I had four other brothers who were going through exactly the same thing. And we always kept each other grounded. So that's a different thing. Whereas for Biebs, I mean, he was just on his own, really, wasn't he?
Yeah.
All this money, all this fame and power. And, it's a difficult thing, even being the boss in that situation. Like, we always struggled as kids to realise that we were in charge. It's a lot of responsibility, and you don't really learn that responsibility until you're older. So, I just think people can cut him a little bit of a break. He's had, he's been very fortunate, and he should be extremely grateful for everything that he has and has managed to achieve. But at the same time, that road's never easy.
Was there any decisions looking back where you thought maybe we were too young to make that call at the time? Now that you're a bit older and you can see that maybe it was the wrong call.
No, I mean, to be honest with you, I think we had phenomenal people around us at the time. I think, the time when everything got most sketchy for me was when I became a solo artist, because the responsibility is more on you. And I just hadn't really figured out who the hell I was. So, being stuck in this position, and then you can't really there's no eject button, there's no stop button, you can't just turn it off, which just led me to making a load of stupid decisions, really, on a number of different things.
As you are growing up.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, you do it in front of the world's media, and, we owe it all to ourselves to help them out a little bit more, as everybody's just trying to, one, make a living, and two, provide some entertainment in a very dark world sometimes. So I do speak some sense sometimes when I'm out talking about tips or tips.
Yes, that was a real slip. Speaking of, though, I mean, Harry Styles did say the other day he didn't think you guys could. He'd love to get back together, but he didn't think you could because you're all so different now. Do you feel the same?
That's a bit of a loaded question, isn't it?
Yeah, sorry.
No, I don't know. It's fine. I mean, I don't really know. I haven't seen, or heard from Harry in quite some time now, actually, which is fine. Everyone deserves their space. I think it's good. And, I'm just really grateful more than anything that, we are literally the first band to have each member be very successful in their own right.
It's amazing.
It's really cool. which is phenomenal. But at the same time, would I like to get back together? Yeah, definitely. You know, I've been very open about all that sort of stuff, and I don't fear the success that was One Direction. I think it was awesome. Whether or not we're too different now, I don't really know. I don't see why there's no common path we can't kind of meet on.
No, I think you meant musically. Don't worry, I think you meant musically.
Definitely, but no. But I'm talking musically as well. I mean, you know, there's still a common link between our stuff. I mean, it would mean me kind of coming back across the stuff that I've done, because I mean, I've done literally every single genre going at the moment, except for like smooth jazz, which, you know, that's
well, it's next on the list.
Ron Burgundy style.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think that Harry's a million miles away from what One Direction sounded like. You know, I think he's still got a lot of the characteristics of it. It's just a more grown-up version, and also maybe a little bit more rockier. But you know, I feel like Niall's the most suited to like where One Direction sit. Like I always felt like Slow Hands we could all kind of do together in a concert, which is cool.
That is my favourite.
All right, you're giving us hope. You're giving us hope.
Yeah, I don't see why there's any reason why we can't, but if that's the way he feels,
well
then,
said.
That's kind of up to him, really.
Well, mate, we're absolutely loving it, and I mean, we met you very young when you first came over to Australia for One Direction, Liam, and we've had this relationship. We've seen you grow up with tits, and it's just been amazing to see where you've come today, mate.
When you hit that puberty stage, like, you just don't know what's going to happen.
We're so proud, mate.
Draw, isn't it?
Definitely tips.
What a great set.
Well done, Liam. Thank you very much for coming on the show, buddy.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
See you, legend. Bye-bye.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.